Hello everyone. I was delighted to receive my post this morning or this afternoon, and inside one of the boxes was my snippet roll, that swap with Laurie. If you go back a couple of videos, you'll see what I made for Laurie, and this is what she has sent to me. I'm so excited because I saw her video and it's just beautiful, and it's so lovely that it's arrived. I've just taken them out of the tissue paper, out of the box, and found that there's this card from her and a little bag here that's got some snippets. Yay! Snippets and buttons and trims, and I'm in heaven. I highly recommend, by the way, anyone who hasn't tried working with snippets to do it. It is great. It really is such a lovely way to use lace, and all those bits that you've had left over from projects or don't know what to do with, or if you've only had a tiny bit of trim left at the end of a yard or whatever you've used, and you sort of just put it to one side, you can snip that up and you're good to go. Anyway, Laurie says, thank you for doing the snippet swap with me. I love the Beatrix Potter theme. So did I. I loved it more than I thought I would. Once I got into it, I was away. And then she tells me about the things that she does in the that she showed in the video, which is great. So I can show you, and that's lovely. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you for this gorgeous swap. It's been so much fun. Right, let's have a look. The first thing that I notice, is the lace. The lace. The lace. Well, you know how silly I am about lace, everybody. And it's the first thing I noticed. First of all, the gorgeous colour. The ivory, I would say, or cream. It's beautiful. And they've got this lace here and this beautiful lace here. And anyway, let's get round. And this lace, this gorgeous lace, which is perfect for a tie. And let's have a look. Let's go to the beginning, because that is the end. So let me roll it, open it up, and let's go to the beginning. Now, for anybody who hasn't seen the previous videos, Laurie and I decided on a Beatrix Potter theme, and we decided not to use a spool because of wanting to keep it easier for posting across the pond, and so when we had that restriction out of the way, I suggested, let's do it wider, let's make it bigger. And so this is why it's as big as it is. But you can do more, and it's fun, and you really should have a go, if you haven't done one. They're just such fun. Now, we've got all these lovely trims and textures. Now, that's the other thing about this. I mean, if you saw my one, that was what I focused on, really. It was texture. Um, so think texture when you're doing it. You can have it as flat as a pancake when you sew on the first bunch of snippets, or glue them on if you don't stitch. You know, you don't have to sew them. And once you've covered the background fabric, whatever you decide to use, you're away, you know. And then you think about your images and put those on next. And then I mean, you'll do them differently probably to me, but you know, you're I'm sure you're going to have fun if you give it a go. Anyway, Peter Rabbit, love him. And we have these really tiny buttons down the side and this gorgeous trim round the edge, and this lovely button here that's got Peter Rabbit on it as well, and another one that Laurie covered. And then we have another picture. I've got the same picture of Peter Rabbit on mine, with him with the red scarf and the onions, and that is such a lovely story. It's Benjamin Bunny, if anybody wants to read it. It's gorgeous. Love all these ribbon roses and all the different colours that and laces and trims that Laurie has used. I mean, this lovely daisy trim, beautiful, beautiful. And then we have this little section which I remember Laurie saying that she absolutely loved, and it's fabulous. Um, First of all, we have this gorgeous pot, porcelain cup and saucer. Aren't they fabulous? Then we have this tatting. Now, Laurie does tatting. I am so jealous. I just have no idea how you do it. But having said that, I do have a book, so I have no excuse. I could easily have a look in the book to see how to do it. But I think it's a new. Sorry, when I say new, it's a very, very old skill. But what I'm saying is, I think it's becoming more popular, and I think it should, like crochet. I think it should become popular. And then we have this gorgeous picture of a rabbit drinking tea, and then we have this cup of tea stamped onto some fabric, and then we have this tag, tea bag tag, and it says, "You can go amazing places when you quit stepping on the brakes." That's a great one. I love that. And let's move on, shall we? Then we have a picture of the Flopsy, Mopsy and Flopsy. Oh, sorry, brain gone dead. Brain gone dead. Anyway, we've got this gorgeous excuse me while I scream inside because my brain isn't working. I love the way that Laurie does these little gathers and that with trim, and we've got some lovely vintage buttons and a vintage clock charm. It's lovely. It's lovely. And cotton towel. There you are. I think that was the three of them. Flopsy, cotton towel, and I've forgotten again. Sorry. More tatting, ribbon, ribbon. I'm having a brain freeze. I'll keep showing and keep quiet, I think, till it passes over. It's a picture of the mice. and we have a butterfly. This trim here has got some beads down the centre. And she's put some rip-rap down of this fabric which she's gathered, which is lovely. I love doing that sort of thing. And then we've got a frame of yes, I should know who that is. It looks familiar, but I'm not sure. And then we've got another frame. This is a metal frame here. And then we've got this lovely ribbon rose. And then we've got lots of beads, which I'm sure that, yes, they've been hand sewn. Laurie's put so much work into this. It's wonderful. Thank you, Laurie. And we have Jeremy Fisher, and we have this lovely charm with a frog and water lily. Isn't that great? I love it. And then we have all these lovely buttons with is that Peter or Benjamin? Might be Benjamin, that one. And a lovely vintage one at the back here. And we have this gorgeous lace, which I think is the same as that one. And then you lift it up and you've got this very vintage lace. I think I remember Laurie saying that belonged to a relative, I think. And there you have, hiding under that, a picture of Hunker Munker. Isn't that gorgeous? With the metal. Is that a piece of jewellery, do you think? Not sure. With the beads and the diamantes. It's lovely. That's such a cute idea. Why didn't I think of that? I certainly will in my next snippet roll, if I ever make another one. Well, I'm going to. I say, oh, I'm not going to make another one, and I always do, so. Another more lovely buttons and some trims and a flower, and this is a great idea. I must try that as well. I mean, Laurie's got some absolute great ideas. Some rick-rack that she's put beads round. I think it's brilliant. And then we've got this it's like a paper clip, but it's got this bead on it, I think, but it's probably called something else. And then we've got this gorgeous white and yellow trim, and we've got a picture of, I've forgotten. Shoot me, please. I've forgotten. And then we have, now I do know that this is the Tailor of Gloucester, and I know that because, well, I mean, I'm familiar with the story, but I noticed that Laurie says Gloucester differently to how we say it. I mean, you know, it's the differences in our American and English language, I think. That's all. It's just different. We call it Gloucester. I can't remember what you said, but it was similar to that. Anyway, I'm not sure. So we have a little picture here of a bunny, and we have this gorgeous tape measure ribbon. We've got some more trim. Buttons, more buttons. I love the buttons. So we've got a needle and thread, and a little tiny spool, and we've got some scissors, and we've got this lovely image of the mouse sitting on the spool of thread, and we've got some more tatting, I think. Is that tatting? Oh, excuse me, it's lunchtime and I haven't eaten. we've got some scissor charms, and we've got some buttons and a rose and a ruler. It's lovely, Laurie. It is really lovely. And then we have this brilliant, absolutely brilliant idea. We have the picture of the cat on the front and the fish in the pond, and we have a little cat charm there in the corner, and then you undo this button and you open it up, and what Laurie has done, she's made a little booklet. Now isn't that brilliant? We've got images all through it. I think that's Peter's mum, and that's Benjamin and Peter with the red scarf, and this is Peter's mum again with the Flopsy something and cotton towel. Help! Isn't that great? And then we have another image here of the three bunnies again, and then here this is Peter, and then the three girls bunnies again, whose names I haven't quite got. I think, Laurie, that is such a brilliant idea to do that. Oh, I love this. I love it so much. And, I mean, isn't that gorgeous, by the way, before I go to my and? Isn't that lovely? I love that. On the back, she has put the story, some quotes from the stories, and this one refers to the white cat, and it says, "The white cat was staring at some goldfish. She sat very still, but now and then the tip of her tail twitched as if it was alive. Peter thought it best to go away without speaking to her. He had heard about cats from his cousin, little Benjamin Bunny."